Welcome to the beautiful island of Koh Yao Noi in Thailand. This flow is a nice Vinyasa morning sunrise flow. I hope you enjoy the class. Let's get on the mat. We're gonna start this class sitting on our mat in cross-legged or half-lotus pose. And just take a moment to arrive on your mat. Take a moment to tune into your breath, tune into your body. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale. And on your next inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Give yourself a nice stretch. Fingers are active, really reaching your hands up. Hands touch, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Hands touch, and hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Hands touch, and bend to the right. Left hand reaches over, creating a nice stretch in your side body. Try to bend as deep as you can and look up to the sky. Slowly come back to center. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Hands touch and bend to the left. Right hand reaches over, creating a nice stretch in your side. Try to bend as deep as you can and look up to the sky. And slowly come back to center. And inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Hands touch and twist to the left. Your right hand comes to your left knee. And twist open, looking over your left shoulder. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, try to twist a little deeper. And slowly come back to center. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. And twist to the right. Left hand comes to your right knee. And look over your right shoulder. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, try to twist a little deeper. And slowly come back to center. Interlace your hands behind your head. Inhale, look up to the sky, open the chest. And exhale, fold forward, chin the chest, pulling the belly in. Inhale, open up the chest, look up. And exhale, fold forward, chin the chest, closing the elbows. Inhale, open up the elbows, open up the chest, look up. And fold forward, chin the chest. And inhale, open up the chest. And release your hands down to your knees. And reach your arms open to the side and start rotating your shoulders by turning your right hand down while you turn your left hand up and in the opposite direction. Keep rotating your hands in the opposite directions, up and down. When the left hand goes down, the right hand goes up and the other way around. Loosening up all the tension in your shoulders and between your shoulder blades. Keep rotating. And bring your hands back down. And from here, place your right hand between your shoulder blades, and with your left hand, push your elbow back, creating a nice stretch in your shoulder, opening up the shoulder joints. Keep pushing your elbow back. And slowly release. Place your left hand between your shoulder blades, and with your right hand push your elbow back. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder. And keep pushing your elbow back. And slowly release. And place your hands on your shoulders and start rolling your shoulders back. Nice long circles. Releasing all the tension in your shoulders and in your upper back. And move in the other direction. From the back to the front. And keep rolling your shoulders. And slowly release. And come up to a tabletop on your hands and knees. With your shoulders above your hands, hips above the knees. And start rolling out your hips, moving back and forth from the right to the left. And move from the left to the right. And start making a figure 8. Moving forward on the right and moving back on the left. And in the opposite direction, from the left to the right. Moving forward on the left and moving back on the right. Make sure your body is making a figure 8. And slowly come back to center. And on inhale, reach your right foot up to the sky, toes are pointing, stretching out your hamstring. Really pulling your leg up to the sky. And bend your elbows, dip forward. Keep your leg lifted up to the sky. And come back up. And place your right leg to the side. And reach your left hand up to the sky. And reach your right hand up to the sky. And thread the needle to the left. Placing your right arm underneath your left shoulder. And placing your forehead on the mat. Looking underneath your left arm. And take a deep inhale. Slowly exhale, relax. And keep your right leg straight to the side with your foot flat on the ground. And slowly come back up by pushing into your left hand. And bring your leg back on the mat. And go to the other side. Straighten out your left leg up to the sky, toes are pointing. Stretching out your hamstring. Maybe stretching out your leg. And bend your elbows, step forward. Left leg is reaching up as far as you can. And come back up and bring your left leg to the side with your foot flat on the ground. And reach your right hand up to the sky and place it back down and reach your left hand up to the sky. And thread the needle to the right. Placing your right hand forward and looking under your right arm. Placing the side of your head on the mat. And take a deep inhale, slowly exhale, relax. And stay here until I call you back. And slowly come back up, pushing into your right hand. And bring your left leg back on the mat into a tabletop. And from here, walk your hands forward, coming into a puppy pose, resting your forehead on the mat. And sinking your chest down towards the floor. Creating a nice stretch in your shoulders. Keep your hips above your knees. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. And slowly come back up. And sit back onto your heels, fold your forehead on the mat, coming into child's pose. Arms are resting on the side. And take a deep inhale, slowly exhale, relax. And slowly slide your arms forward, stretching out your shoulders. And come back up, tuck your toes and push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Lengthen through the shoulders, pushing your sit bones up to the sky. Straighten out your legs and your knees and press your feet into the mat. And on your next inhale, raise your right foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, pressing into your hands, and step your right foot forward, drop your left knee down, hands together, coming up into a low lunge, sinking the hips down, little back bend, and keep breathing, keep your balance, and bring your hands back on the mat, step forward, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway lengthen, back is straight, look forward and fold forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, hands up to the sky in Urdhva with a little back bend and hands in front of your heart, Namasté. Inhale, hands up to the sky, Urdhva and fold forward into Uttanasana. And step back into a plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Straighten out your legs, length through your shoulders, pressing the sit bones up to the sky. And on your next inhale, raise your left foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, pressing into your hands, lengthening through the shoulders. And step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee down, coming into a low lunge, hands together up to the sky, with a little back bend, and sink into the hips. Keep breathing, keep your balance. And bring your hands to the mat, and step all the way forward, inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Knees can be slightly bent, and inhale, raise your hands up to the sky, Urdhva, little back bend, and hands to heart in Namasté, exhale. And from here we're going to flow into Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar. And take a deep inhale, swipe your fingers through the mat, bend your knees, coming into a chair pose, sinking the hips down, looking between your hands, back is straight. Keep your balance, keep your focus, legs are strong. And fold forward, Uttanasana, exhale. And step back into a plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, hips are lifted, look up to the sky. And push back into downward facing dog, exhale. Pushing your feet into the mat, straighten out your knees, length through your shoulders. And step your right foot forward, left foot 45-degree angle, coming into a warrior one, hands up to the sky. And look up between your hands, hips are squared to the front. And place your hands on the mat, step back into a plank, Chaturanga, but don't drop your body. Inhale, upward facing dog, keeping the hips lifted, open up the chest, look up. And push back into downward facing dog, exhale. Straighten out your legs, push your feet into the mat, length through your shoulders. And on an inhale, step your left foot forward, right foot in 45-degree angle. Reach your hands up to the sky, coming into a warrior one. Hips are squared to the front, looking between your hands. And place your hands back on the mat, step back into a plank, Chaturanga, but don't drop your body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep your hips lifted, open up the chest, look up. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Lengthen through your shoulders, pressing your feet into the mat, straightening out the knees. And from here, step all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen, hands to your shins, back is straight. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, swipe your hands through the mat, coming into a chair pose. Knees are bent, sinking into the hips, looking up between your hands, back is straight. And come back up, exhale, hands to heart in Namasté. And take a moment here to reconnect with your breath. And let's flow into our Vinyasa. Raise your hands up to the sky, little back bend. And fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back into a plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, raise your right foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, pushing into your hands. And step your right foot forward between your hands, tucking your left toes, and raise your hands up to the sky. Legs are strong, coming into a high lunge. Hips are straight, pointing to the front. And turn your arms open to the right. Keep your legs strong. Keep your balance. And bring your right hand to your left leg, coming into reverse high lunge. Left hand reaches up to the sky with a little back bend. And come back to center. And raise your hands up to the sky, come back into a high lunge. And turn your arms open to the side, coming into a warrior two. Front knees bend 90-degree angle. And flip your front palm up to the sky, come back into a reverse warrior. Sinking into the hips and looking up to the sky. And come back into a warrior two. And place your right elbow onto your right knee and reach your left hand over, coming into side angle A, and look up to the sky. Feeling a nice stretch in your side from your toes up to your fingers, and bring your right hand in front of your belly, coming into a hovering warrior. Keep your legs strong. And come back up, come back into a warrior two. Front knees bend 90-degree angle. And place your hands on the mat, step back into a plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, raise your right foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, pressing into your hands. Step your right foot forward between your hands, coming onto your left toes, hands up to the sky, coming back into a high lunge. And move your right foot a little bit to the side, making some space. And interlace your hands behind your back. Open up the chest, pull your chest forward, and fold into a humble warrior. Folding your head towards the mat, and pushing your arms forward. Creating a deep stretch in your shoulders. Keep pushing your arms to the front. And slowly release and place your right hand next to your foot on the mat and reach your left hand up to the sky, coming into a twist. And slowly lift yourself back up, bend your front knee, sink into the hips, coming back into a warrior two. And turn back onto your left toes and turn your arms open to the right, coming into a twist. And place your right hand back on your left leg, reach your left hand up to the sky, coming back into reverse high lunge. And come back to center, hands in front of your heart and Namasté. And twist to the right, placing your left elbow onto your right knee, coming into a high lunge with a twist, and try to open up your chest. And come back to center, step back into a plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And let's go to the other side. On your inhale, raise your left foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, lengthen through your shoulders. Pressing into your hands. Keep your balance, keep breathing, and step your left foot forward between your hands, coming onto your right toes, hands up to the sky, coming into a high lunge. Legs are strong, looking forward, hips are squared to the front, and turn your arms open to the left, coming into a twist. Keep your balance, and bring your left hand to your right leg, and reach your right hand up to the sky, coming into reverse high lunge. Legs are strong, keep your balance. And turn your arms open, coming into warrior 2, front knees bent 90-degree angle, and flip your front hand up to the sky, coming back into reverse warrior. Looking up to the sky, little back bend, sinking into the hips. Keep your balance. And come back forward, place your left elbow onto your left knee and reach your right hand over, coming into side angle A. Feeling a nice stretch from your toes up to your fingers. And bring your left arm in front of your belly, coming into a hovering warrior. Keep your arms hovering, legs are strong, front knee is bent. Keep your balance. Keep breathing. And release your arms open to the side, coming into warrior 2. And place your hands back on the mat, step back into a plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Pushing into your hands, length through your shoulders, and on inhale, raise your left foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing. Keep your balance, keep pressing into your hands, and step your left foot forward between your hands, coming onto your right toes, and lift your hands up to the sky, coming into a high lunge. And move your left foot a little bit to the side, creating some space. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up the chest and bring your chest forward. Length through your spine and fold all the way forward into a humble warrior. Legs are strong and keep pushing your arms forward, creating a deep stretch in your shoulders. Keep your balance, keep breathing, keep your focus. And slowly release, come back up, come back into warrior 2. And twist open to the left. Legs are strong, keep your balance, keep breathing. And bring your left hand to your right leg and reach your right hand up to the sky, coming into reverse high lunge. And cartwheel your arms back to the right, coming back into a warrior 2. And place your hands on the mat, step back into a plank, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And sit back onto your heels into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat and taking a little break. Feeling a nice decompression in your lower back. Relaxing the shoulders. And press into your hands, tuck your toes. Come back into a plank. And place your right hand in the middle of your mat and roll onto the side of your feet, coming into a side plank. And reach your left hand up to the sky. And place your left foot onto your knee, coming into a fallen tree pose. Pressing into your right hand, pushing the hips up. And come back into a plank. Coming onto the other side, place your left hand in the middle of the mat, roll onto the side of your feet, coming into a side plank. Keep your balance, keep pushing your hips up. And bend your knee, place your right foot on top of your left knee into a fallen tree pose. Keep your balance, keep pressing into your left hand. And come back into a plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And turn onto your back. Roll onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. And bend your knees, place your feet back on the mat. And place your right foot on top of your left knee and push your knee away from you with your hand, creating some space into your hips. And grab your left knee and pull your knees into your chest. Coming into a supine pigeon. And interlace your hands behind your left leg and pull your knees further towards your chest. Pushing your right knee away from you with your elbow. And try to relax. And release your leg, place your left foot back on the mat and let your knee fall open to the left, but keep your right knee standing and reach your right hand over to the right corner of your mat, elongating the side of your right body, and try to push your right knee away from you, creating a nice stretch in your side and in your hip flexors. And slowly come back to center, release your leg, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice squeeze, and place your left foot on top of your right knee and push away your knee with your hand, create some space in your hips, and grab your right knee, pull your knees into your chest, and interlace your hands behind your leg and pull your knees towards your chest even further. Into a supine pigeon, and pushing away your left knee with your elbow, and try to relax. And release your foot down and drop your knee to the right, but keep your left knee standing, grabbing your left ankle and reach your left hand over to the left corner of your mat, elongating the side of your left body, and try to push your knee away from you, creating a nice stretch in your side and in your hip, and try to relax. Keep breathing slowly in and out. And slowly come back to center. Release your legs and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Nice little hug. And place your feet back on the mat. And come up onto your elbows. And bring your feet to the outside of the mat. And sway your knees from side to side, coming into windshield wipers. Releasing all the tension in your hips. And bring the heels of your feet together, open up your knees, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. And lie back onto your mat. And take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax, and let everything go. And bring your knees back together. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. And come into your final posture, Shavasana. Let your feet fall open to the side. Hands are resting next to your body. And take a deep inhale. And on exhale, let everything go. And try to relax. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Move your fingers, wiggle your toes. Give yourself a nice stretch overhead. And hug your knees into your chest. And come up to a seated position. Coming back into a half lotus. Hands are resting onto your knees. And take a moment to connect with your breath, with your body. Take a deep inhale, slowly exhale. And rub your hands together, creating some heat. And place your hands on your eyes, calming down the nervous system. And try to tune into your energy. And rub your hands together one more time. And place your hands onto your heart. And thank yourself for showing up today for this beautiful practice in this nice morning with the sunrise. Nicely done. Namaste. And thank you for watching. Hope you appreciate this class. And please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.